The story today is called The True Story of the Three Little Pigs by A. Wolf. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the. I'm the wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole thing got started, but it's all. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault. Little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way things are. Folks would think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big is all wrong. Cheese and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in one, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his house. His right mind will build a house of straw. So off. I want to just walk into somebody's house. So I called, little pig, are you in? Answer. I was just a cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed. And you know what? That whole straw house. First little pig, dead as a doornail. Been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good. Ate it up. Think of it as a big. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar. So I went to the neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the bell on the stairs. I called, Mr. Pig, Mr. I had just grabbed the doorknob. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth. This guy's house felt just like his brother. Dust cleared. There was the second little doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, you know. So I did the only thing. I had dinner. Again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting But my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to this guy was a second brother. He must have been the brains of the family. His house of bricks. I knocked on the bricks house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in? Talk about impolite. Had a whole even one little cup for my sweet dear old granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I snuffed and I sneezed once again. Third little pig yelled, and your old granny can sit on a pin. Now, I'm usually a pretty. I go a little crazy. When the Cubs drove up, and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the two. As a guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all that huff and me, the big bad wolf. That's it. That's the real story. I was framed. But maybe you can loan me a cup of sugar.